This is Access Chapter 3 Skill Review 1. I have saved the file with adding my last name, first initial to it. Step 2 says use design view to create a query using the data from the products table and inventory table that have a one-to-many relationship. So right away here, I've already practiced a little bit, and if I go to the relationships and database tools, which I would like you to do, actually there's just a one-to-one relationship. So what's the difference? The one-to-one relationship allows the data entry person to enter product numbers in the inventory table before they get entered into the products table. And that can be a problem. You want to make sure really when you have a primary key that information and that primary key is just entered in one table, so to make sure that there's no duplicates or problems. So before we even get started, we're going to right click on this relationship, and sometimes it's a little bit tricky, so I'm going to try again until you get these choices, and we're going to delete it. And then we're going to do it, create the relationship again. So we're going to drag from the product number in the products table to the product number in the inventory table. This is the foreign key, right? Primary key, foreign key, and we will choose to enforce referential integrity and say create. Now we have a one-to-many relationship. There can be just one product number, and it might be in the inventory many times. So the inventory might show that product number many times. But when a product number is entered into the system or into this database, the only way a new product number can be entered is through the products table. So now we can go ahead and start working on the query. So create, query design. We're going to add the inventory table and the products table. I'm just double clicking on them to select them. Step 3, add the product number from the products table and the product name. And I'm just clicking on the field names here to add them. And the quantity from the inventory table. We're going to sort the query by product number field in ascending order, and we only want to see products with a quantity of less than 100. So less than 100, and you can take a look at your query, you can view it. If these were greater than 100, then you would know that you need to turn your sign around, right? So that's a good way to double check. And we're going to save this query as inventory less than 100. And we'll close it. Using the report button, create a report based on our new query. So I'm going to click on my query, create, report. We're going to sort the report by the quantity field. So I'm going to come down here and click add a sort and choose quantity. We're going to apply the integral theme to the report. And really, we should only being applying it to the report, not the whole database. So when you do something like this, we're going to click on the themes, and on this integral, I'm going to right click and say apply theme to this object only. Otherwise, it's going to apply it to all reports. We will auto fit the record count cell. So I'm going to scroll down here, click on it one time, get my cursor on an angle in the corner there and double click for an auto fit. We're going to edit the report header so that there's spaces in between here and here. And you can do that on the property sheet too. So let's see, I'm going to click outside of it, click on it again to select it. And I'm on this report layout design contextual tab. I'm going to click on the property sheet. And here you can see it's already adjusted. So it doesn't matter where you adjust on the property sheet or on the actual report. Let's see, we're going to edit the product number column. So we're going to add spaces in between all these words to make them easier to read for the report. Just going to double click in here. Whoops. I'm using my arrow key to backspace and use my space bar to create a space. Just makes it easier to read on your report. Remember, your report is what you would be used for printing, so you always want to make your report easy to read. We're going to save our report using this name. If you want to add the word report after it, that's fine with me. When you're creating your tables and queries and forms, if you want to add the word form or table after these names, that's completely appropriate. It's helpful while you're learning about these different objects. And we won't do any printing, so that's it.